As we are entering the second international break of the season, fans can take a moment to evaluate how their favourite teams are faring so far. Some clubs may seem to be doing better than expected, especially after losing key players in the summer, while others have had slow beginnings despite making significant summer signings. In this video, we'll take a closer look at 8 summer signings that haven't lived up to expectations so far. We begin our list with Andre Onana. The former Inter Milan goalkeeper was a top choice for Erik ten Hag, and for good reason. Ten Hag had seen his potential while working with him in Ajax's academy, and he believed Onana was the perfect candidate to replace David De Gea, who had a difficult last season at Old Trafford. However, for those fans who had called for De Gea's replacement, their sentiments have changed. Onana's performance in Manchester has been less than impressive. He made critical mistakes in matches against Galatasaray and Brentford, and in the game against Wolves, he was fortunate not to receive a red card. His performance in the 4-3 loss to Bayern Munich was so subpar that he publicly apologised for it. The number one will have to hope for an improvement in his form after the international break to help him turn things around for Manchester United. Next up on the list is Havertz. Arsenal fans have been closely monitoring their club's top summer transfer targets, successfully securing Jurrien Timber and Rice as planned. However, the addition of Havertz caught many by surprise, mainly because of uncertainty about how he would fit into Arteta's tactical scheme. Even after the start of the season, supporters might still be unsure about his role. He has been deployed as both an attacking midfielder and in a more central position. But he has struggled to make a significant impact in terms of goals and assists, going without either in his first 9 appearances until he scored from the penalty spot in Arsenal's 4-0 win over Bournemouth. Brushing off criticism, he came off the bench to intelligently assist Gabriel Martinelli in Arsenal's memorable victory over Manchester City at the Emirates. Will he turn things around? Let's move on to discuss the challenging start of the season for Kaleta and the entire Lyon squad. They've had a rough time, currently without a win and positioned second from the bottom in the league table. In response to these difficulties, the board has made the decision to remove Laurent Blanc as the head coach and appoint Fabio Grosso as his replacement. Kaleta's performances have left much to be desired. He featured in the first 4 League One matches of the season, during which Lyon conceded an astonishing 10 goals. However, Grosso decided to drop him from the starting lineup. Grosso, known for his Frosinone team's strong defensive play, now faces the challenge of regaining the manager's trust. Let's return to the Premier League and discuss Nicolas Jackson. Let's be clear, the guy has potential. The Senegal international had an impressive pre-season campaign and consistently features in Mauricio Pochettino's lineup, displaying a lively presence on the field. Surprisingly, he even shares the top scorer position for the Blues with Raheem Sterling, both having scored 3 goals each. However, the challenge lies in the fact that Chelsea, despite its astronomical value, has struggled this season to generate meaningful goal-scoring opportunities. Jackson's work ethic is commendable, but his finishing as a striker has let him down, with several high-profile misses, including one against Forest, that would likely haunt him for some time. As Chelsea seeks to improve its clinical finishing and climb out of the bottom half of the table, Pochettino will be eager for the striker to find a solution to this issue promptly. Jackson's rashness has also raised concerns, leading to a match ban due to accumulating an eyebrow-raising 5 yellow cards. Nevertheless, Jackson appears to have learned from his mistakes, as evidenced by his impressive performance and goal in the 4-1 victory against Burnley. Could this be the start of a better season for Chelsea and Jackson? Let's continue discussing the Chelsea squad. There are reasons for a more optimistic outlook in SW6 these days, and Caicedo's growing confidence is certainly one of them. However, it's undeniable that Chelsea's £115 million man had a calamitous start in the blue jersey. He was introduced in the second half of the match against West Ham, and the Ecuadorian midfielder appeared nervous and overwhelmed as Chelsea lost their lead at the London Stadium. The 10-man Hammers took control of the game, and to make matters worse, Caicedo's disastrous debut included conceding a penalty, with a messy challenge on former Chelsea player Emerson, which handed all 3 points to the home side. His recovery wasn't immediate either. Caicedo struggled to make an impact against Nottingham Forest, and he couldn't dispossess Steve Cooper's team on their way to a lone goal in their opportunistic victory. It's safe to say that Chelsea's new record signing has failed to make an instant impact like Rice, who also carries a hefty price tag, or Jude Bellingham at Real Madrid, who is increasingly looking like a bargain for the Spanish giants. Now let's talk about Mason Mount, the next player in this unfortunate tale. The former Chelsea star kept fans in both blue and red in suspense as he deliberated where he would play in the upcoming season back in June. He eventually revealed his decision to leave London and join Manchester United for a hefty £60 million. However, his arrival at Old Trafford has been anything but smooth, marred by missed opportunities and injury complications. Early in United's campaign, Mount found himself sidelined due to a hamstring injury, causing him to miss 5 games. Since his return, he has struggled to make a significant impact under the guidance of Ten Hag. Nevertheless, he did create a chance for Casemiro during their 3-0 victory over Crystal Palace in the opening Carabao Cup match, briefly showcasing the promise that led his manager to pursue him. Some of his uncertainty might be attributed to Ten Hag's tactical plans, as the Dutch coach seems keen on deploying him in a deeper role compared to his time at Stamford Bridge. Similar to Onana, there might also be challenges associated with adapting to a United team going through a turbulent season characterised by both on- and off-field issues. Nevertheless, the 24-year-old has much work ahead of him to justify his substantial price tag. Moreover, Felix Nmecha's impact at Borussia Dortmund hasn't been as expected since his summer move from VfL Wolfsburg. The German club signed him for approximately €30 million to fill the void left by Jude Bellingham, a decision that generated quite a bit of controversy. On the field, things haven't gone smoothly for Nmecha, and he had 2 particularly forgettable games last week, struggling against both Paris Saint-Germain and his former club Wolfsburg. However, Julian Brandt is advocating for patience with the 22-year-old. The playmaker believes that Nmecha is under substantial pressure due to his high transfer fee, but he should be given time to adapt to his new surroundings at the club. Felix Nmecha was Borussia Dortmund's top choice to replace Jude Bellingham after Bellingham's move to Real Madrid. Replacing one of the best young midfielders in the world is undoubtedly a challenging task. The hope at BVB is that Nmecha will find his footing in the coming weeks and become an integral part of the team for years to come. Since Ousmane Dembele's arrival, the PSG squad has undergone significant changes. Most of these changes have been in the attacking department, with the notable exception of Kylian Mbappe, who remains a central figure in Luis Enrique's new project. The departures of Messi and Neymar forced PSG's management to make substantial investments in reliable offensive options for the Asturian coach. Alongside Dembele, the French club has brought in several new players, including Gonzalo Ramos, Marco Asensio, Kang In Lee, Bradley Barcola, and a late addition Kolo Muani. The team now appears to have a different character, departing from its previously extravagant and decadent image. However, whether it has improved is not quite as clear. As of now, PSG finds itself in 5th place in Ligue 1, having already dropped points in matches against Lorient, Toulouse, Nice, and Clermont. Their performance in the Champions League against Newcastle was particularly dismal. Recently, the French media has started to criticise Dembele, who has yet to score for PSG. Some fans and media are even questioning whether he should be a starter. However, he can take solace in the support of his coach, Luis Enrique, who has defended him in a recent interview. Nevertheless, it is crucial for Dembele to become more effective and enhance his performance to prevent PSG from experiencing another disappointing season. Do you share our choices? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you.